Now, the debate to have public officials publicly declare their assets is back again on the front burner after details of a succession plan of a late Kojo Uswe-Friye, that Sir John, became public. Sir John, as he is popularly known, stated in his will earmarked portions of the Achimota Forest Reserve up to 5 members of his family, including the land area which is around the Ramsar area in Sakumono. The details has become the subject of heavy public discussion on various social media platforms. Joining us is Mary Ada. She is with the Ghana Integrity Initiative. We know she is not the first individual to raise issues of asset declaration. We know a former UN Governance Advisor, Professor Bafo Agyeman-Duah, also questioned how the land in that respect was acquired and also raised issues about the effectiveness of the asset declaration regime. Thank you, Programs Manager at the Ghana Integrity Initiative, Mary Ada. So we know that this asset declaration conversation has been going on for quite a while. Now the challenge, as people have identified, including your agency, would be the effectiveness of this regime, because then the public officials who are expected to declare these assets are supposed to submit an envelope in which the content of your assets are contained, but the officials are unable to have access to it unless they get an order from the court. So what then becomes the use of a declaration of the assets then?
Thank you very much, Kobla, and let me say good afternoon to your viewers. It is uncontested that if you look at our sub-region, Ghana's asset declaration regime is one of the weakest. I say so because we have done an assessment on the various legislations around, and ours is not that robust. Let me backtrack a little to say that we had a very good law, the PNDC Law 280, which was also in 1992. And in that law, we have provisions for the verification of assets. And just like you indicated, a law that espouses that people should declare their assets, which are then deposited at the Auditor General. And I know the law did not ask the Auditor General to be the custodian for nothing. It is because he is in charge of audits, then meaning he had the responsibility to also verify these assets. Unfortunately, that is not the case. And so they are just deposited, and until there is a problem, then SHRAJ is called on board to then investigate, or any of the competent authorities who request for it. Our law is not robust, and for that matter, we have raised several objections along the way against Act 550, particularly in the sense that when people acquire assets or liabilities, as it says, it's not just about your assets, it's also about your liabilities. We need to know, because public officers who are serving the public have to be as transparent and provide as much sunshine as it is required of their office. Unfortunately, it's not been the case, and we have advocated in the past to have something new. And so in 2013, SHRAJ drafted the Conduct of Public Officers to cure the lacunas around conduct, and then specifically conflict of interest, which was also an issue. Then it also encapsulates the issue around asset declaration. But here we want to see some elements of verification in there, so that the Auditor General who picks the assets can verify them to ensure that what you are declaring is exactly what you have. We also want to see a system where these assets are published, like in the PNDC Law 280. If you are a public officer, you have nothing to hide. You must be able to project some sunshine into your affairs. And then after the publication, there should be a process where we see these assets be monitored and updated. So if you have a subtraction on your assets, you should go back to the Auditor General, informing him of same, and then you update them accordingly.
Madam Ada, not to cut you there, but then the issue of publication raises an issue of privacy. because these individuals, either by fair or foul means who acquire these properties, also have, rights to some privacy. If we publish them, then everybody knows where the assets are and they may be targets.
Most certainly. And we would not be naive as to require that if he has 10 houses, he should be declaring same. But you should give the basic information which should be put into the gazette. And it has happened before. It's not like we are asking for something new. It is not.
No, go ahead.
It's not like we are asking for something new. This is something that has happened before. And as I mentioned in Act 280, the PNDC law. So it's not that we are asking for something new.
Okay.
Basic information put in the Gazette of Ghana so that people know that these public officers have published their assets and liabilities. And so we can follow up with that. And then the good thing in that is that when there are issues, SHRAJ can then take these up, verify them easily, and then when there is a need for sanctions, SHRAJ would also then implement these sanctions without fear or favor.